Hey, Suze from Smarty Coaching. How you going? Hope you're doing really well today. So the topic today that I wanted to talk about is the importance of having you time. Now you're probably going to look and I can just see you now like laughing, ha 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 ha, I'm so busy. How am I going to have any more time? There's no time for me. It's not important. I'll just have to wait. I'm at the end of the list. Do you know where I'm coming from? Well, that doesn't have to be so if you're creative. So in this video, I'd like to talk about a few ways that you can carve out some you time. It doesn't have to cost you money. You just got to just be a little bit more creative about it. So if you're interested, stay tuned and I'll give you some tips. So having some time for you in your day, just for you, sounds amazing, right? And also sounds impossible to most of us. But I think it's impossible because sometimes we just look at our schedule and we just don't think that there's any time. But I'm here to tell you that you time doesn't have to cost money, doesn't have to be big increments of time, and it can really change your whole outlook on life. It really can. It's amazing how it can feel, especially in your adult life, when we don't have a lot of things necessarily to look forward to. We usually look forward to big things like holidays or weekends away or big things. But if we can find some smaller things in our week-to-week life, this can make a huge difference and it can give us something to look forward to every week. Does this sound like something that you would really like to implement into your life? Stay tuned, I've got some tips for you. So tip number one is to look where you can carve out some time. And sometimes if you've got a really busy life, you may have to get extra creative with this about using your times where you're actually not doing anything to do something. So I'm talking about maybe when your kids have got sport and you are waiting for them, you could perhaps carve out 20 minutes or half an hour to go to a coffee shop and have a coffee, or bring your coffee with you, sit in the car and read that book that you're really looking forward to, or listen to that podcast. I'm talking about using your lunch times wisely, maybe to go for a walk, or maybe just to get outside and look at the flowers, look at nature. I love to do things like that. That resets me. Sometimes it may even involve getting up an hour early in the morning before everyone else, which I know sounds really crazy, but that can sometimes set up your whole day. You get a chance to get up, have that coffee or tea in the morning and wake up in peace, get yourself settled, do a meditation, perhaps read your book, write in your journal, or just sit there and enjoy the peace and quiet. Sometimes doing these little things can actually work out to make big differences and big differences to how you feel in your day. It might also be a matter of, if you've got kids, maybe you're a single parent, maybe your partner works away for large periods of time and you need some time. Maybe you have friends where you could decide, one day a week, I'll have your kids for the afternoon on a Thursday. And the following week you can change it around and do the opposite. And that way at least you're getting some time and to yourself and something really to look forward to where you can just do things for you. Number two is to work out what is your treat. What does that look like for you? Now this is, again, I said, not necessarily big things like a holiday or a weekend away or going to get your nails done. This doesn't have to cost anything or be big. It just needs to be something that you really look forward to that can really make a big difference to you by just having that hour or so to yourself. So it could be things like repotting your plants, getting out in the garden, going for a walk to the beach. It might be that 8 o'clock on a Friday night when you can get into the bath and have an hour to yourself where you know that you will not be disturbed. That can help at the end of a long week, trust me. Could even be having that time to go outside and wash the car. It may be meal prepping, baking, colouring in, doing a puzzle. Whatever it is, look small. Try and find the small things that you can add in to your week that will help you to feel better and help to give you a break from the absolutely ordinary day. So number three is to find what works and what works for you. So this will involve a bit of trial and error as you work out what you want to do and how you're going to fit it in and how you can fit it into your busy life. And some weeks may be different to others, so you may have to tweak it week to week. But it's all about finding creative ways to fit it in. So experiment, try different ways to incorporate it into your day and try and think outside the box. Get really creative. Maybe instead of spending that hour or two a day scrolling on social media or the nights when you're binge watching Netflix and chilling out and just really doing nothing, maybe you can find other ways to spend that time. Once you really do this and you find how good it feels and how you look forward to it, you'll certainly make this a priority. So number four is to time it. Time your treats. Make sure that you stick to the time limit that you've allocated in your day. This will also make it really good and you'll look forward to it because you know you've got that time to go to do your thing. That's just for you. but you also won't get lost in it, and you'll still achieve everything that you need to achieve in your day. So you'll feel really good when you stick to the time limit, and you'll feel really proud of yourself, and you'll know that that little bit of time that you've carved out for you really makes a big difference in your day. So number 5 is, as I always say about feelings, really feel it. Feel how it makes you feel, to prioritise yourself in your week there, even though it's just for a little bit of time, and how good it makes you feel, how it resets you, and that you've done something for you in your busy week and it's helped you just to calm down, reset, come back to you, and also you'll feel important and you'll know that you matter. I know that sounds crazy, but as an adult sometimes we don't really prioritise ourselves, and we really need to do more of that. But not in the big times that we seem to think that it takes. Sometimes just an hour in a week can make all the difference. I hope you found these tips helpful and that you'll incorporate some of them into your week. Me time isn't selfish, it's actually unselfish. It's the thing that you need to do so that you can be the best person that you can be for everybody in your life and in your life. Thank you so much for spending time with me. I look forward to seeing you again soon. Take care.